See? See, I fucking don't. No.
This video was uploaded to Reddit in June of 2019 by user stalker_the_zone. The uploader claims he works as a security guard in a hospital. On his first patrol, the wheelchair was on the opposite side of the hallway to what is depicted in the footage. I like this one because of the reaction. As the wheelchair slowly starts to move, you can tell that he's fighting the urge to sprint in the other direction before finally giving in. He also records the wheelchair for a substantial amount of time before it actually moves. If staged, you would expect it to miraculously move on cue as soon as the camera was rolling. This doesn't mean it's authentic footage of a ghost though. Some commenters have pointed out the possibility of vibrations either from an MRI machine or an elevator. This in combination with a slightly sloped floor could cause what we see in the final video. I think it's a chilling capture regardless though, and certainly sent a shiver down my spine. This photo was taken by Reddit user Not Slim Shady, who claims he was driving at night in Kentucky. He swerved to avoid the pictured deer which was standing in the middle of the road. When he stopped the vehicle, he noticed that the deer was still standing there, so snapped a photograph. This one is interesting to me because the deer was the subject of the photograph, and the strange semi-transparent figure was only discovered as a result of this. Of course, the context is very thin here, and the apparition could have easily been photoshopped, but the resolution looks fairly consistent throughout. It has long been suggested by paranormal enthusiasts that certain animals can sense far more than any human can. So, what do you make of this? This next clip was uploaded to TikTok by Dom Matigan. He moved into an old apartment complex in Chicago, Illinois, which dates back to the early 1930s. What followed was a spate of violent banging from the walls of his closet. Have a watch.
I really don't think I'm ever gonna be able to stop this shit. Listen to it. Listen to that pounding. Jesus. I mean, this is my whole closet right here.
I'm gonna wait and see how long it goes on. It's never not stop. Stop!
Okay, that works.
I always say this, but the reaction of the person experiencing the activity is often how I determine whether it's worth a second examination. This is probably the first footage I've seen where the witness is just exhausted and genuinely frustrated as opposed to frightened. The way Dom reacts suggests he's been dealing with this overwhelming noise for quite some time, unless he's an excellent actor and the sounds were added in post-production, both of which are entirely possible, by the way. I don't see any other rational explanation for these events. Now, I know I've titled this video as 3 compelling paranormal captures, but I have a bonus one for you. This image was uploaded to Reddit by user Phone's Gonna Die, along with the caption, "This made me a believer." The photograph was sent to the user by their mother, who thought it was strange, and rightly so, that a piece of string was floating taut above her bed, as if being pulled by an unseen force. However, this isn't the most compelling part of the photo. 3 months later, the user's mother called them, terrified. She had looked back at the original photograph and spotted someone standing in the background. Brightening up the photo, the user recognized the figure as their deceased aunt. Now, if, and it is a big if, we are to trust the user that this photo genuinely depicts the image of a person who is no longer living, then there are some very interesting ideas to draw from this. As one commenter pointed out, this photograph is potentially very spiritually, theologically, and scientifically significant. I mean, It is probably the clearest picture of a spirit ever captured. But in the same breath, perhaps it isn't, because if they can appear as though they were living, then perhaps many more of us have seen a ghost than we'd care to think about. Finally, another user by the name of SilverOil321 commented that they were a licensed super recognizer and verified that the person in the photograph was indeed the aunt. I really think it's impossible to undoubtedly confirm or deny existence of the paranormal until you've experienced something yourself. And even then, there are probably thousands of scientific explanations for what you've seen. The terms paranormal and supernatural exist only to label anomalies which we cannot yet explain. That's not to say those explanations won't be the literal consciousness of a dead person trying to communicate with the living, but as of December 2023, there is no evidence of that. All I really know is that researching video and photo evidence of the paranormal raises many probing philosophical questions, and I feel that these are very healthy for the mind to explore. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.